Guys, it's Yungavelle here for my 90-day kind of recap video of NoFap. If you don't know what NoFap is, it's just no masturbation, no porn, no anything like that. It's kind of a cultivation of your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is your creative energy. So I am undergoing this for a multitude of reasons, and one of those reasons is to, infuse reality or life with that creative energy, kind of use it in a more beneficial way. So what have I felt these past 90 plus days, probably like day 98? I have felt way more confident. My confidence has surged. I am able to hold space more. I'm able to hold my own space more, meaning, when I'm engaging with people, I'm able to be in my own space regardless of what they say or what they might project energetically. Stuff doesn't bother me as easily. It just doesn't faze me. Another thing that I've noticed is that since this is kind of like the path of that doesn't get treaded often, you're able to hold space more. So you're firm. You're firm in your vibration. People tend to start to follow you energetically, not in terms of follow you around or whatever, but they'll look to you for conversation, or they'll kind of look for your approval or acknowledgement, even if it's subconsciously on their side. And I noticed that with my engagements with people, and they're kind of just waiting there, trying to make conversation with me and seeing what I'm gonna say, and it kind of puts you into a sort of a leadership role, kind of like an alpha state, because not a lot of males are like solid like that, that are like firm in their vibration. People these days, especially with the amount of sexual focus in the media, with Instagram and all this media and advertising being geared towards sex, the male gives their sexual energy away so freely and so frivolously that it's rare to find a male that stands up and is like, nah, that stuff is not the wave. Like, it looks great or whatever, and the sexual urge is a powerful urge, but I'm going to take a more disciplined path, and go for long-term gratification instead of that instant gratification. So that leads me to my next point. This long-term journey, it has come with its challenges. It's not after you get past a certain point. Alright, I'll say this. After you get past, let's say maybe 3 or 4 weeks, you start to have that momentum. It kind of gets a little easier. It does feel like I can quiet those urges, but when they come, it's like you have to be strong. You have to be strong and evaluate why you're doing this. I'm doing this, like I said, to cultivate my own space, and this is for self-discipline. Another great benefit of this is that the self-discipline that you begin to cultivate within your life, within yourself, will start to be portrayed in your life, in your interactions with people and all that. Like I was just saying, another reason why the people will tend to follow you energetically is because you've cultivated discipline, and they can feel that. It's something about the way that you hold yourself and that you portray that, okay, solid. This guy's vibe is solid, and the reason that you're able to keep your space solid is because you now have discipline. And when you have discipline, you're basically saying to the universe or whatever, the outside world, like, you don't move me. You don't move me like that. Like, you don't influence me. I'm taking the stance where I'll influence you. Of course you're going to be influenced and all that because it's a reciprocity, but you start to infuse more. You have a nice source of your own creative energy now that's not being wasted frivolously, like if you masturbate or you let go of the semen or whatever. You're cultivating that creative energy, and you're creating these kind of like this one NoFap guy, he's big on YouTube. He was saying that you're making like non-physical creations when you use your sexual energy and infuse it out into the world. It still has that creative impetus, but these are like non-physical creations. Like, for example, I have the drive and the energy now to do this, to make this channel. Getting stronger in the gym, just other stuff that helps in lifting you up. I've also noticed that I have a real solid urge to meditate and to go within more. I've had a lot of green flags, a lot of signs to go within and cultivate this space so it can grow out, because when you go, the thing about meditation is when you go inside, you go inside, right? You're focusing on your inner space. So the more you give, whatever you give focus to, whatever you give your attention to, it grows. Because that's just the way of being a conscious creator. So you focus on your own inner space, you're going to notice that throughout your day you'll be felt more. You're going to be felt more by people because your resonance is going to be, you're going to be vibrating higher. Your field is going to be larger. And, this goes hand in hand. This is a great practice to have if you're on the NoFap wave, because it's all about your own space. It's all about being the best you that you can be. And it's not always going to be easy. There have definitely been days where those thoughts come and you're like, shit, man, why am I doing this? Why am I taking this route? And you've come this far. You haven't come this far just to come this far. You gotta talk yourself back out of it, and you gotta deal with your mind. I was talking to some guys on this forum, and we were just like, yo, it starts with your thoughts. Like, that urge will start with a thought, and that thought will grow because you started to look at it. So it really does start with your own thoughts. So it's on you. You have to do the work. But, benefits come from that. Benefits come from that because you start to be more confident in your own power. You are more assertive, but a calm assertive though. You're not trying to be different. You're not trying to be known or be recognized. It comes about naturally because of the space and the state that you're in. I remember I had I forget, maybe around like day 60 or 70, something like that. I had a dream where I randomly come across a mountain lion, and I see this mountain lion, and I kind of like, it's just a random, I don't look up mountain lions at all, like, or whatever. I see this mountain lion and he runs off in the woods. So I'm like, I wake up, because I remember my dreams pretty often, and because I write them down. I wake up and I'm like, that was interesting. Why would I see a mountain lion? So I kind of look up various different meanings, and from what I gathered, a mountain lion symbolizes a kind of a leader, but a quiet leader. Someone who's like stealthily navigating the world, but firm in their own energy, firm in their stance. Like, what's up if you see one, but that you won't see one unless they want you to see him. kind of, you know, like, you know, a mountain lion's vibe. They don't really get talked about that much, but they're still known. You still know to respect them. So I thought that was pretty pretty prevalent. I'm not sure prevalent's the right word, but significant that I see that, you know, and I'm on this path, and I took it as a green flag to continue on this path. You know, this is the path that doesn't often get tread. So if you're on this path, keep going. This is a lifestyle change. This is not a streak thing. You're gonna see, the further you progress, how different your life is going to get. Even people in positions of authority in my job, higher than me, respond to me with respect, and I'm not moved by them, and they feel that, and I can see it, and how it's different from how others how others react and respond to them. And I know it's because I feel my space. I'm able to say something, and you know, I've noticed this thing over the years, that when people are talking with each other, one of them will do this burp. Well, they'll go something like that, you know. If they say something and they kind of are like unsure about it, or they just put themselves out there, they'll have that kind of like an insecurity burp. I don't know what it's called, but I see it a lot. And in the NoFap practice, I don't do that as much as I used to before. It's like I'll say my thing, and it'll be, yes, I said that. What's up? Like, not a threatening, but like, yo, I stand by what I said, and that's it. So, all right, yeah, that's it. So I noticed that, and I noticed that that's a huge, that's a reciprocity that I like to give in my conversation, because it's like, yo, we can relax, you know, we can relax around each other. You don't have to be insecure, you don't have to be scared to share what you feel. And I think that's an important space for people to respond to, because it opens that up within themselves. So there's just so many benefits to this NoFap journey. So if you are on the fence about it, bro, this will change everything. It also applies to females as well, you know, not having that, their energy systems are a little different than ours, but still they can derive benefit nonetheless. I've seen girls that are on the NoFap journey as well. No masturbation, no porn. See, I just did the burp thing right there because I haven't really researched that side. So I'm talking about something I haven't really researched. But that is a live example of what I was talking about. So, yeah, if you're on the fence about this journey, do it. You are going to see. Don't take my word for it. Your life is going to flower. It's going to flower around you. And you'll see, man, you'll have these little creative endeavors that you'll start to want to... That energy has to go somewhere. So, if you're serious about this NoFap, you'll find somewhere to put that energy. You'll find a creative endeavor to find. You'll find one or two creative endeavors to invest your time in. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. So, if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment. My name is TJ, by the way. But my friends call me the Yungavelle. So, like I said, until next time, guys, be safe, be strong, be disciplined. Remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Peace.